What I really wanted to talk about was my why, AKA your why. And I want to tell you guys how important it is to really, really think about what that is. Now, maybe you're thinking, what do you mean? What your why? What does that mean? So your why is the reason that you joined. Why did you join Scentsy? Did you join for friendships? Did you join for income? Did you join for just a hobby, something to do? Did you join because you loved the product? I want you to also think that your reason why you joined is not necessarily your why now. It's okay and perfectly natural for your why to change and evolve. So I kind of wanted to talk to you about my story. I know I've shared maybe some parts of my story to some, but I wanted to share my story with you to kind of give you an idea of how I started and how I've grown throughout the years. So first off, I joined June 30th of 2014. So in 2 months, I'm going to be celebrating my 4-year anniversary, 4-year Scentsy with Scentsy, which is really exciting. But I want you guys to really see that this is not a sprint. This is not a quick thing. This is a journey. That's why we always say, join the journey, join my journey, watch my journey. It really is. This is a journey. And it was funny because I was going back and looking at some of my details of things that have happened to me throughout my Scentsy career. And it's pretty cool to see it, how it all panned out, because I don't think I've ever really thought about that and how it panned out for me. So I joined June 30th, 2014. I have notes here, so I'm going to be looking at my notes because I have the worst memory and I can't remember anything for the life of me. So I joined June 30th, 2014, mainly because my number one thing to join was I wanted to earn free trips. I was next door neighbors, I am currently in the same place, in the same house. Brittany moved, but I was next door neighbors to Brittany Clapp, my superstar director. She's also my sponsor. And I knew she sold Scentsy. I saw it on her van all the time. Every time I would come home, I would see her van sitting there with Scentsy logo on it. And I remember one time, and it's so weird to think about this, but it really is important to understand this from a customer perspective. I remember one time, I don't even know if I told Brittany this, one time I really needed some new bars because I was one of those people that would buy them from Walmart and stuff like that. And I was like, well, gosh, she's right next door to me. Why am I not going over there and asking her to buy some bars? So one day I was like, I really want new bars, but I'm really nervous. I don't know her very well. I've never really had a conversation with her. I don't know how much these cost. I had all these things in my head. I'm a customer, you guys. I hadn't even joined yet. I just wanted some bars. And I was nervous to go knock on her door. Is that crazy? So I finally got up the gumption. I went over there. I knocked on her door, and she wasn't home. Obviously, maybe they were out somewhere else. I can't remember if her van was there. It might not have been. I don't know. But she wasn't home. Or she was occupied, and she wasn't able to answer the door. Whatever it was. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. Now she's busy. Now I feel dumb. But how weird is that? That just as a customer, I was nervous to ask about that. So weird. I'm just kind of thinking about this while I'm talking. So she came home one day and I saw her unloading her car and I was like, hey, how's it going? And I'm not a neighbor person, you guys. Maybe you think I am because I'm more social, but I'm not a neighbor person. If you were neighbors with me, you'd probably never really see me because I'm not typically outside in the front of my house unless I'm getting the kids in and out of the car or leaving somewhere. And I might smile and say hi, but that's pretty much it. So I saw her and I was like, what are you doing? Are you going somewhere? And she was like, oh, I just got back from a trip to Atlantis in the Bahamas. And I'm like, well, that sounds amazing. She was like, yeah, I got it paid for by Scentsy. And I was like, you mean you had to go there and sit in on meetings and listen to them for hours? Because I was thinking timeshare type thing, not that it was a timeshare, but that's kind of what I was thinking. She was like, no, it was completely 100% fun. And I'm like, we need to talk. So like a couple days later, she came over and we talked about joining, and I signed up, I think like maybe a week later. At the time, it was either a couple days or a week later, something like that. At the time, I was working full-time as a pharmacy technician for Kaiser Permanente, and Mackenzie was like 6 months old. Yeah, she was born in August, and it was, actually, no, she was almost a year. So she was almost a year old. So I was full-time working for Kaiser. And I joined. And I told her, I don't like standing up in front of people. I don't like talking. I'm not a salesperson. I'm going to be doing this for fun. And anyways, obviously I got out of that, but I was terrified. I didn't like asking people. I didn't like posting things. Like, it was very, very foreign and uncomfortable for me. So I did earn shooting star. So in July, I had a fairly big order. Since I joined June 30th, I had no sales in June. I started big July, and I got my shooting star. I think I did like 1,000 PRV that month. And then August, it was so funny to look at this. August, nothing. My PRV was 0. Because I told her, I am just doing this. Like, I really would love to have some kind of a hobby or something to do when the kids are off, when Mackenzie's off at school. At the time, I wasn't even pregnant with Aubrey, nothing. And so that was kind of my, someday I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I want like something to do besides just being home. I mean, that's enough as it is, right? But I just wanted something else for myself, something to give a little bit of income, something for fun, something for me to be social with other people. Okay. I did earn Sensational Start level 1. The only reason I did is because Brittany texted me like the night before my Sensational Start was going to be up, my date, my 70 days. And she was like, you know, you're only like $20 away from getting Sensational Start level 1. I'm like, I am? I mean, I was like not into it, you guys, not at all. So thankfully for her, I got it. So then fast forward, September 2015, that is a year and a half later, I get my first teammate. I didn't have a teammate for a year and a half. That's how long it took me to start growing a team. And I wasn't even growing a team. I got one teammate. And then in October, I got another teammate. So I was a group of 3, I think. That's right. So then at that time, I had Aubrey, and I had a 2-year-old, and I was busy, and I was working part-time at this point. I was able to drop down to part-time, not necessarily because of the income obviously helped from Scentsy to give us that little bit of cushion, but I was just able to, luckily. It just worked out. So then in March, so that's what I'm gonna say. So here's when my mindset changed. I remember thinking to myself at that point, I am so busy. I don't want to work anymore. I want to be home with my girls. What do I do? And I texted Brittany and I said, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. What can I do to replace my income? Because I really, really want to do this. And the one thing she said, 3 words, grow a team. And I was like, I don't want to grow a team. I don't want to do that. I just want to sell. I really enjoy selling. Is there any other way? And I don't know if she said no or yes or whatever her response was, but it definitely put that bug in my ear to think, this is what I have to do. Okay, so March of 2016. It has been now almost 2 years since I joined. I think I recruited 3 people that month because it was a $49 kit month. So I recruited 3 people at this point. Back up. I promoted to lead in October. I promoted to lead with only 2 teammates, but I did 2,000 PRV that month on my own. So then March 2016, I got 3 new teammates that month, and I promoted to star consultant. I had a group of 7, so it was me and 6 other people. I promoted to star. I was like starting to kind of like see how this could work. I was starting to enjoy getting new teammates and watching them grow and helping them learn and answering their questions, that's when I started feeling like, oh my gosh, this could like really be a business. At this point too, I really started like friending other Scentsy consultants. I was always like connecting with Brittany and asking her questions and going to any kind of a function that she had to grow and learn. And I was pregnant with Connor at the time. So Star Consultant, March 2016. Then I had Connor in November. And then in August of this last year, 2017, I recruited 7 people that month. And I think what it was is over that year, I was planting that seed. I was asking everybody. And do you want to know what I was getting? No, 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 not right now. I'm not interested. I'm not a salesperson. I'm too busy. And I just kept saying, okay, okay, okay. Did I quit? Nope. Did I get frustrated? Sure. Of course I got frustrated. I thought, is this ever going to like pan out? Is this ever going to get in anything? And August of 2017, all those people that I was planting those seeds, they just all kind of were like at the same time, I'm ready. They were all ready at the same time. Now, that doesn't always happen, but they were ready and I was super excited. And then the following month, I think I got 4 more. And that's when I promoted to Superstar Consultant. So does this kind of give you an idea, I'm hoping, of how you can still grow a team, how you don't give up? One big thing I have to tell you guys throughout all of this, my why has changed. My why has changed because I ended up becoming a stay-at-home mom, and then I needed some outlet. So this was my why all throughout this time. Also, it was still to earn an incentive trip. You guys, I still hadn't earned an incentive trip. I just earned my first incentive trip. That doesn't mean I don't want you guys to think it takes 4 years to earn an incentive trip. It doesn't. Like, you can get it so much quicker. My head was not in the game for a couple years before I finally got my head in the game. I switched my mindset, and I started thinking not about how much money I can make, but how many people I can give this opportunity to. How many people I can enrich their lives with the opportunity to own their own business and grow a team and earn an income. That is what I had to start thinking about. I could not think about the fact that I was giving a $500 party that I could be getting money on to somebody else just so she would grow my team, just so she would join the opportunity and start her business. I had to stop thinking about that. Once I started thinking about that, things changed. Once I attended a reunion, things changed. It's all about the mindset, you guys. Once I started making the cruise and I started filling in the colors and I was motivated, I'm not going to say I was motivated every single day. I had an infant, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. I was exhausted, but I was on fire. And I felt like this was something that made me so happy. And I wanted to earn that trip more than anything, this cruise I'm going to be going on. I wanted to earn it more than anything. It was just huge to me. So I put my mind to it. I kept telling myself I could do it. I set a plan. Dreams are great, you guys. I don't know if you saw the video that I posted. Dreams are great, but dreams are nothing without a plan, without goals, without every day thinking about what you could do to benefit your business. Hey, buddy, can you hand that to mama? So always channeling your why, always channeling and thinking about, why did you join this business? And thinking, okay, maybe I joined it for this reason, but why am I doing it now? Every day, why am I doing it? What is gonna make you excited about, sorry, he's drinking my water and he made a funny noise. What is gonna make you excited every day about this business? When you are down in the dumps and you are feeling like, I can't do this, I'm not going anywhere, what is gonna make you feel like back again? What is gonna spark that fire? Mine is the trips. Oh my gosh, you guys, like that was huge for me. And promoting was huge for me. And you know, I wanted you to kind of see, you know, I promoted to a lead with a group of 3. So I had 2 people under me. That does not mean I was getting paid at lead every month. That month I did promote, I did 2,000 PRV on my own. I think it was like 2014 PRV or something like that. And excuse me, when I was looking at my numbers, I was doing a ton. I was doing a ton of PRV. I was super active in my business. I was having parties. I was constantly reaching out to people. I had good follow-up. I was definitely in the game. And I want to remind you, I was in the game when I had a newborn baby, a 1-year-old, and a 3-year-old. No, nobody. I was constantly crushing my excuses, is what I want to say. What? So I was really hoping at least one person would be on here with me so we could have kind of a conversation. But I think I'm going to try to do this maybe tonight too. So no, nobody, don't push the button. So if you want to jump on tonight, have a little chat about your why, brainstorm a little bit, just have a little group chat sesh. Actually, no, tonight's not gonna work. Tomorrow night. Let's try to do tomorrow night. And then we can figure out what is going to get you excited. I think that was pretty much it. I was able to quit my job right when I found out I was pregnant with Connor. So that was February of 2016. February 2016. Yeah, because I just had 2 years of being stay-at-home. So at that point, I was a lead. I wasn't even a star consultant yet. Wow. But you can see it's a journey, you guys. And I also, something so important, you guys, is friends and family is not enough. If you just constantly are asking your friends and family, you are not going to grow. You have to reach out and find new people. There's so many different ways to do it. We can chat about that if that's something you want to chat about. My way of doing it was having people host parties. So somebody would host a party that I knew, and then people would show up that I've never met before. That's when I would make connections with those people. They would host a party, they would join, and that's kind of how that started for me. Other people can meet people on Facebook. They can have events and meet them at events. There's a lot of different ways to meet new people. You can join groups. I actually recently just joined a MOPS group, and I'm meeting new people that way. And there are definitely potentials that I've met that would benefit with this business. Tomorrow, I'm meeting a group of women at the park. I am constantly trying to meet new people because here's the thing, and I learned this at boot camp. You always have to be offering the opportunity. If you are not growing your front line, which are the people that have joined under you directly, if you are not growing that, if you are not constantly getting people on your team, it's gonna all drain out the bottom. So they explained it like a big water bucket, okay? And you've got your people that you're sponsoring coming in, and you've got when you promote a director, not quite there yet. And then, but I know one of you guys, you're there. I know you are. And then you got your 2 holes at the bottom where the water's coming out. So you're putting in, and then there's your hostesses are, oh, that's what it is. It's recruiting and hostesses you're putting in. And then at the bottom, you got the hostesses that are leaving because they've joined your team or they're not interested in hosting anymore. And then you have directors that their whole team leaves your group. That makes sense. Or leaves your team. Their group leaves your team. I think that's what it is. So you're always having to fill that bucket. You're always having to fill that bucket, meet new people, meet new hostesses, and meet new people to offer them this amazing opportunity. That is what keeps the ball rolling. When you feel like you've tapped out of people to ask to either host or buy, it means you got to meet new people. And I know maybe that's hard to hear, but it's the truth. I am going to be honest with you guys. Like a year ago, I think it was, maybe 2 years ago, Brittany Clapp was talking to me about trying to possibly get a part-time job. I'm thinking, she's superstar director. Why does she need a part-time job? She wants to meet new people. Has nothing to do with money. She's got enough stuff to fill her time. She's trying to meet new people because that's what you have to do. You're always having to meet new people. And there's people everywhere, you guys. We are this itty bitty little spot in the whole world. There's so many people. The saturation thing, throw it out the door, you guys. It is not saturated. There are like 4 superstar directors in Idaho that live within like a 5-mile radius of each other. This is not saturated. There are so many people out there that have never even heard of. You have to meet them. That is what is going to get you going, promoted, growing a team, making money. If you have a chance to watch that Allison Dalkey about the compensation plan, it will blow your mind, you guys, to see the real potential that you guys can have in this. It is not some joke. And I'm going to tell you, in the beginning, I was a total skeptic. I was like, you can't really make that much money. This is really, really hard. I don't know if I want to do this. You know, I didn't really believe that you could really make some real money out of this. And you can. And you can. It doesn't matter if it's those people that have been doing it for 9 years. You can do it. You might do it at a faster pace than me. And that's great. Everybody has their own journey and their own. Sorry. This is sorry. This is more of an inspirational Zoom chat. But hopefully next time we can all sit here and like collaborate and talk together. No, bud. No. Oh, there. You can't get it now. Okay. Love you guys. And let me know what you think about this. And if you watched it, maybe comment. I'm going to post this on the group page and comment below. Let me know what you think. And hopefully you guys can make it on the next Zoom chat and we can all be on here chatting together. It'd be so much more fun than me chatting your ear off. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Okay, hold on. I got to make sure that I am. Let's do